Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Rishi and you guys are watching AutoTech review. So today I have with me the all new 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe, and trust me, this SUV just redefined the bold. From its boxy new design to those striking H-shaped LED lights, this thing screams presence on the road. Under the hood, you have got a turbocharged engine that balances power and efficiency perfectly. That we'll talk about in the video later. Step inside and it's like entering a modern cabin that is built for adventure. You have got this panoramic display, premium materials, and a third row that is actually usable. So let's dive in and see if this could be your next SUV. Okay, so now let's talk about power. Under the hood, you are getting two engine options in this Santa Fe. The first one is a 2.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that is pumping out 277 horsepower and 311 Nm of torque, which is paired with an 8-speed dual clutch transmission. And the other one is 1.6 liter turbocharged hybrid setup for those who want better fuel efficiency without sacrificing performance. Okay, so now let's get to the back and see the boot space that you are getting in this new 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe, because what's an SUV without practicality? So now if you talk about the cargo space, they have made this Santa Fe really practical. Now let's open the boot and see how much space you are getting in there. Okay, so if you talk about the cargo space, with all three rows up, you are getting 413 liters of cargo space, which is a big number considering you have 7 people sitting in there, and still you get enough cargo space to put some stuff in there. Now if you want more space and you don't have 7 people sitting in there, you can just fold down the third row and it will give you more space. So now you can just pull up these hooks and fold down the third row. So after folding down the third row, it will give you about 1147 liters of cargo space, which means if you have 4 or 5 people sitting in there and you have a lot of luggage with you, you can easily carry anything in there for the long trips. But if you still want more space and you have only 2 people going on a long trip or for camping, you can really fold down the second row as well, and that's where the magic happens. Now after folding down the second row, you are getting about 2255 liters of cargo space, which is a practical and big enough number. Okay, so now let's talk about the tire sizes that you are getting in this new 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe. In this you are getting 4 different tire options. On the base model you are getting 16 inches alloy wheels. If you move up to the mid level, which is XRT all-wheel drive, in that you are getting 18 inches alloy wheels. Stepping up to the top trim like Hybrid Limited, you are getting 20 inches alloy wheels for the premium sporty look. And at the top of the line, which is Calligraphy, you are going big with the 21 inches alloy wheels. Okay, now let's talk about the price that you have to pay for this big SUV. In Canada, the 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe starts at about 42,500 Canadian dollars for the base model and can go up to 56,900 Canadian dollars for the ultimate Calligraphy. And in US, it starts at around 34,200 US dollars for the base model and can go up to 49,500 US dollars for the top model, which is Calligraphy hybrid trim. Okay, now let's take a second and appreciate the design that you are getting in this new 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe. According to me, I really like the design. Up front, you have got a completely new boxy SUV stance that feels rugged and upscale at the same time. The most striking feature, these H-shaped LED headlights paired with a wide upright grille. It gives the Santa Fe a futuristic yet tough presence on the road. Around the back, the theme continues. You have got the H-shaped tail lights to match the front and a clean flat tailgate, and also a lower bumper that looks both modern and futuristic. Now let's get inside this SUV and see all the features, space and storage options that you are getting in the second and third row. Okay, so now I'm in the second row of this new 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe. Let's go ahead and see the space, the features that you are getting in the back seat, and the storage options that you have for the second row. First of all, let's talk about the space that I have in the second row. As you can see, I have more than enough legroom here. The front seat is kind of in the middle and set for my driving position, but still I have more than enough legroom and more than enough headroom as well. Now if you talk about the storage options that you are getting in the back, you have 2 cup holders here on the door. Then you have another cup holder down there for the big bottles. Then you have some storage options here behind the seats, and if you have one more storage, a big storage option here. If you pull this out, you have a big storage option here underneath the armrest. One more interesting and cool feature is you can also access the armrest storage here from the back. You have the button here. If you push that button, you can access the storage as well. So that's it for the storage options that you are getting. Now let's talk about the features. The features are pretty standard here in the back. First of all, you have your AC vents here on the side panel. Then you have this blinder here. Then you have your heated seat options. You're not getting ventilated seats, you're just getting heated seat options here for the back passengers. Then you have your armrest here, and you can also recline the seats. You can get the reclining seat options, and you have your lumbar support here. You can adjust the lumbar support as well. This is what you are getting in terms of features for the second row. Now let's get into the third row and see the space and the features that you're getting in the third row as well. So now I am in the third row of this new 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe. Let's go ahead and see the space, the storage options, and the features that you're getting as a third row passenger. Okay, so if we talk about the space in the third row, as you can see, my knees are touching to the second row seat, which means I don't have enough space in the third row. For the short trips, I don't mind sitting in the third row, but for the long trips, you have to put your kids in the back. Now let's go ahead and see the features and the storage options that you're getting in the third row. First of all, you have your AC vents here. You have the pretty standard features. One interesting feature that I see, which I don't see in any other SUVs as the third row passenger, I'll tell you that. And you have your USB-C port for the fast charging, and then you have your two cup holders on both sides. One interesting feature that I don't see in any other companies is that you have your air volume control knob, and you can also shut down the AC for the third row. You have the button here, which is a really interesting thing and a really weird thing as well. You are not getting that air volume control knob in the second row, but you are getting it as a third row passenger. Okay, so that's it for the third row. Now let's get into the driving seat and see all the features and the storage options that you're getting there. Okay, so now I'm in the driving seat of this new 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe. Let's go ahead and see the features that you're getting as a driver in this new 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe. Okay, so first of all, you have this beautiful leather wrapped steering wheel. On the left side of the steering wheel, you have your adaptive cruise control, your lane assist, your driving distance from the front vehicle, and your speed controls if you are driving on adaptive cruise control. On the right side, you have your modes button, voice command, call pickup and drop button, volume controls, and your music forward and backward button. If you come behind this, you have your pedal shifters here on both sides. Then if you see this, you have your gear selector knob behind the steering wheel, which Hyundai is putting as a standard on all the models right now. Then you have your 12.3-inch digital instrumental cluster, as you can see here, and your 12.3-inch infotainment screen, and they are curved to give you a more personalized feel. You can see this ambient light bar here, which goes across the dash, giving you a more premium vibe. In the night, it really picks up the mood. If you come to the right of the steering wheel, you have your big infotainment system here, which is 12.3-inch screen, touch screen that you have. Then you have your AC controls here. If you come below the AC vents, you have your physical buttons here to control the screen, which is a great option to have. Then you have your volume control knob here on the left, and your music forward and backward on the right. Below that, you have your touchscreen panel here for your AC controls. You have your heated and ventilated seats for both driver and passenger. Then you have your heated steering wheel option, AC controls and everything. You can also put it on auto climate adjustment. Just below the AC controls, you have your physical buttons here for your auto hold, drive mode, and your terrain mode. You have to push this button to select those modes. You have your auto cut, you have your parking camera, and your parking assist button here, physical buttons. Everything is accessible here on this panel and easy to use. Then if you come below that, you have your charging pad here, where you can charge your phone, wireless charging pad. You have your physical USB-C port here, which you can use for file transfer or just to charge the phone. Another USB-C port to charge the phone. Then you have your UV C light here, and then you have another charging pad here that shows you this panel shows you how much your phone is charged right now. Then if you see behind that, you have your two cup holders here, big cup holders. Then you have your armrest here. This is a big armrest. You can access the storage here. You have this big storage here. You can also access the storage from behind. You have the button here, and then you have this glove box here. Above the glove box, you'll see some storage, and inside the glove box, you'll also see the light. You also have this button here. If you push this button, you have some more storage.